having to be fucking cold as balls out. I personally like it not having to be 10 degrees outside. I like to be a fucking human being. But thank you so much for coming in. We have amazing people coming in today. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring up our first comedian. All the way from the wilds of Illinois. Woo! Give a giant welcome to Ava James!
Eat her.
Hey guys.
Hey.
What up?
I'm really excited to be here tonight. That's my first show in the city. I actually just moved here for college. I'm from Rhode Island, so the smallest state, but I lived on an island off of Rhode Island. So I literally lived in a place that you could drive in 15 minutes, which is crazy, yeah. So my story is kind of like the Moana story, but sadder. Like, my title thing would be like, see the light where it shines on the street, and then my grandma would be like, you want to move the plane right away? You'll be back. You'll be back. And I'm like, okay. No, it was small, and that meant that, like, every time I was in a room, there were, like, statistically at least 2 of my exes. And, like, one because it was small, but also because I'm kind of a whore. But, like, I'm a whore with a big heart, so that means I'm really bad at relationships, and it's broken a lot. But, I wish also I could say that I'm a man-eater, but, like, one time I had a one-night stand, and literally after it, I was just like, this ain't for me, bro. And a good cry. I asked my friend to set me up, and she said no, because my actions would reflect poorly upon her. And that is my best friend since the 8th grade. So, yeah, so the island I grew up on was a tourist island. So I worked a lot in like this kind of business. I actually worked at an Irish pub, which was pretty cool. I don't mind calling it out because at least 50 other bars have the same title. It's called O'Brien's. But yeah, I worked there when I was 15 years old. And I was a hostess. And basically my only job was to like look pretty and like give people menus. I forgot the word for menu for a second, but I also had to clean out the ashtrays at the smoking section. And it was gross. I'd come home like smelling like fish and ash. But anyway, so one night I was like, fuck, I gotta go check the ashtrays. I went outside and there's this guy, like he wasn't even old, but he was wearing like the grossest Hawaiian button down I've ever seen in my entire life. And he just kind of like hazed me and I was like, goes back inside, come out again, and he goes, hey, are you in movies? And I go, no. And I run back inside, and I'm like, I have to go like talk to this guy again. So I go out for the last time, and he goes, you're sure you're not in movies? And I'm like, I feel like I would know that. And he goes to me, well, you look like the girl from 50 Shades. And I was like, first off, I don't. Second off, like, I fuck like her because I have daddy issues, but how do you know that? He found out later. No, he didn't. No, I also worked at a bakery, and over the summers, just all these rich people would come in. One time, this guy ordered a 99-cent coffee, and it was the end of my shift, and I had to brew an entire coffee for him. I was like, whatever. So I brew this coffee. He hands me a $100 fucking bill. And I was like, are you kidding me? But I was like, I don't even have the energy to deal with this. I'm like, I might as well just clean out the drawer. And as I'm doing it, he says to me, keep the change. And I literally start crying. I was like, this will buy groceries. And he goes, no, the change. And drops a fucking penny in my chip bar and leaves. And I was like, this has more twists than like an Amelon Shyamalan movie. Like, at first I was like, you suck. And then I was like, I love you. And then I'm like, wow, you somehow suck even more. But yeah, my family's crazy. I grew up with a dad who let me work at an Irish pub when I was 15 years old. The most father figure I've gotten attention from, like in the last year, was I cannot drive for shit. And I was trying to parallel park for 15 minutes. This guy sees me struggling, asked me if I need help. And I shit you not, all I did with the pedals, he put his arms through my window and parallel parked the car for me. Yeah. No, but my dad let me, sorry, lost my train of thought. Yeah, my dad thought braces was a capitalist scheme, and he seemed like very anti-capitalist scheme for someone whose favorite book was Fountainhead. So it was very confusing. But I feel like the #1 bonding event we had as a family was because of him. Because one time he dropped his weed down the stairs, and we all ran over, scooping it up before the dog ate it. Like that was, we came together as a family. No, but my little brother gets weirdness from both my parents. One time he smoke bombed my bedroom with like a real smoke bomb just because. But he's also petty as hell because one time I owed him $20 and he writes on my mirror with my Urban Decay lipstick, which I don't know if any of you know that, but it's expensive, it's nice shit. And he writes, "You owe me $20, bitch," on my mirror. And he took out a marble out of my, like, it was holding up a little cactus, a marble out of my plant every day until I paid him the $20. And he was like 12. My mom's also fucking crazy. She didn't believe in climate change until recently. And she cites that, so I used to be able to go to the beach in April and tan for prom, but now she can't go to the beach in April because it's too cold. And that's why she believes in climate change. It's better though than my grandparents because they do not believe in climate change and they're like borderline conspiracists. They recently gave me a book called Liberalism is a Mental Disorder, and told me, yeah, it's I think it's Michael Savage literally who wrote this book, and my grandparents gave it to me. So crazy. But I think people who aren't even borderline conspiracists, and we don't acknowledge this group of people as conspiracists, as anti-vaxxers. We need to start treating, like, if someone comes up to you and is like, "Oh, I don't want to vaccinate my kid," like, it gives them autism. Just be like, that's what the Russians want you to think. And they're going to go vaccinate all 13 of their kids right away. Yeah, but even though my family's fucking crazy, I'm still, like, baby crazy now. Like, I am 18 years old and don't even have a semester of college under my belt, but like I would love a baby. I live in this like weird place though because it's like I want a baby now, but I also can't imagine living past like 30. Because like, it's not because I'm suicidal or anything. It's just that like I imagine poking a hole in your boyfriend's condom to trick him into getting you pregnant. It's just not as fun the second time. Thank you guys.
Ava.jam on Instagram. What's up?
Ava.jane.
Ava.jane on Instagram. Now, let's bring up our next performers. They are straight from Lakefront, Illinois. Give up giant round of applause for Didgeridoo! Oh, mercy.
My granddaughter's a bitch. Tell me about it. Listen, this liberal motherfucker comes home every single day talking about climate change. And when was the last time you saw an iceberg floating on the street? You haven't seen it.
I've never seen an iceberg floating down the street.
Exactly. That's why she's crazy.
She is crazy. She came home. When was this?
Last week, she never comes home. You know that. I tell you this every week.
So she's usually going to work after school, which is good.
And that's the thing. She works in an Irish pub, which I fully support. But every time somebody walks in who has purple hair or something of the like, she thinks they're her friend. fucking millennials.
I don't understand why all the millennials think that they can have it.
Right? It was pink when I was younger, and now they think purple's the new.
Now they think purple's the thing. And like, I for one think that re-dyeing my hair pink every few months is like that's a good way for me to keep track sort of where I'm at in my life, in my year.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do. Every time my hair starts to get old, like blonde, and I re-dye it pink, I think, oh, that would have been a menstrual cycle when I was younger. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Those were the days. I miss the days when I could mark my menstrual cycles by the times when I would need to re-dye my hair. I used to have to do it every single month. I'd have to re-dye my hair because, I was young and beautiful and it would grow so fast and luscious and always had to get the roots retouched. And now, like, menopause, no more period at all. My hair never looks good no matter how much pink dye I put in it.
Welcome to the bar. What can I get you? We have the O'Brien special, the O'Brien special, and the Irish pub O'Brien special. This isn't O'Brien's down the street. This is the one upstate.
What's your name?
My name's Ava.
Ava. Good to meet you.
Oh my gosh, you must be a millennial. You did the millennial slap.
Yeah, the dap?
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Not a millennial. Pink head.
Oh my god, I thought it was purple. What do you think
You
about
got a lot to learn about your eldest son.
Fuck.
Listen, Ava. Ava,
Yeah.
can I buy you a drink? What are you, 15? Can I buy you a drink? I know you can't buy yourself one.
Yeah, I'm 15, but I work at the post office. You can buy me a drink.
Okay.
I can actually make it for you.
Okay, yeah. That'd be awesome. What do you like?
This. Oh my god, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's my favorite, brandy with a little thing in it.
Kitty cocktail?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
The little
Yeah,
cherry syrup?
with ice in there.
Yeah, it's like on the rocks.
Well, it has to be rocks because the icebergs are melting. That climate change.
I'm sorry, they let you work here?
Actually, they don't. My uncle does. Is there a problem?
Ava? Who told you the icebergs were weak? What?
Who told me that? Haven't you seen it all over Instagram? Oh, you don't have Instagram. Haven't you seen it all over Facebook? MySpace? The newspaper? What do you use? I don't know.
Carrier pigeon.
We learned about that in my history class.
Carrier pigeons?
Yeah, they used to use those back in 1958.
That's when I got mine.
That's what I thought. That's when you were born, right?
Yeah. I was born in 1958 and my parents were like, here's a fucking bird! And I was like, oh, I'm gonna grow up to be a crazy person.
Mine gave me a phone.
It seems like it would actually be maybe worse for your mental health.
That's actually what a lot of old people say, but in reality, it probably is. But we have a lot of memes about it.
I like memes.
I know
That's one of the things you kids do that I like.
a lot of them are about wanting to die and how it's okay now.
Yeah.
But I'm not suicidal. I just, if it happened, it happened.
I'm sorry, but you're not giving me a straight answer. Who's telling you that the icebergs are melting? Everyone's saying it. You're saying
Everyone, like
Okay,
Timmy,
because I
Jimmy,
have not gotten the carrier pigeon. Timmy and Jimmy said it.
and Jimmy underscore Timmy.
Okay, well Jimmy underscore Timmy has a carrier pigeon. He said nothing to me.
Well, I think he just made the switch.
He made the switch.
Ever since my parents let me work at this bar, all these weird people have been coming in asking about icebergs, and I have to tell them that there aren't anymore. And I can't even tan on the beach for prom. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand how old people don't get the climate change and the social media. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
Ava!
Yeah?
I'm so
so glad you came in to be our new, smaller Rhode Island social media intern. We're trying to grow our population.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I know you have college this fall. This is going to be such a great summer work opportunity to prepare you to go off. So tell me,
What's my first assignment?
what's Facebook?
Okay, but
No, your first assignment. Tell me what's Facebook. I need to know.
well, it's like this. Imagine a carrier pigeon. But then imagine a pane of glass. And then just
Hold on. That's a lot.
Okay, just imagine a carrier pigeon,
Okay.
and then imagine some glass.
Hold on.
Okay.
Like that? Like the window?
Yeah, but
Okay.
imagine.
Okay, no, I
smaller-
got it. You're
okay.
fine. Keep going.
And then put them together, and then that's Facebook. Instagram is pictures.
So, I take a carrier pigeon. Facebook is like taking. I need you.
Just together.
Okay. Here's what I need you to do.
What?
I need you to break all the windows in this shop right now. This government shop.
Okay.
And you're gonna take that glass. You're gonna go outside. You're gonna stab a whole bunch of birds with it.
Okay, I think so. So Facebook.
Mix the birds. Mix the birds in the glass. That's your first assignment, Ava Jane.
It's not Facebook.
This is government work.
What?
This crazy bitch tried to employ me. She doesn't get Facebook.
Okay, I'm not a crazy bitch. I am the governor of smaller Rhode Island. Thank you very much. You have to be pretty sane to take that job. Steady 28K a year? Not bad, not bad. I hear that's like, what? That's what Jeff Bezos pays, right? He's rich, he must pay a ton. It's gotta be good pay. I love my job here. I fired that kid.
Welcome to O'Brien's. How can I help you?
Hello!
Oh, hi, ma'am.
Hello!
Hi. Oh my god, you guys are learning quick. What can I get you? We have this is I actually moved jobs because I moved jobs, so this is the O'Brien, like the one, not the one upstate or down the street, but it's the O'Brien around the corner.
You're right around the corner.
No, that's not that. No, that's a different one. This is the one around the corner from that one. But we have the O'Brien special, and you know the rest of them. It's the same throughout the whole station.
I'm sorry. I'm quite confused. Your menu is glowing.
Mm-hmm. It's a screen.
Sorry.
Yep.
Is that like a raven?
It's like a pigeon.
I see it. Much lighter.
What? You have a phone? Do you have a phone?
Is that like a raven?
Oh my god. Listen.
I've been bird watching for 30 years, so I know.
Okay, you're at a bar now. What can I get you?
So now I'm bar watching.
Can you order a drink or leave?
I'm just gonna go to the O'Brien's around the corner.
Okay, I work there too.
I don't know. He works there too. Took me forever to find this place. I feel like I turned around 100 corners.
Wait, did you use Google Maps? Is that a dead bird in your pocket? You did use Google Maps. I really.
He's got a name tag.
It's dead.
It's Google Map. It's Google Map.
It's either way. It's
Respect my dead bird!
glasses.
He's dead! I know!
want ice or no ice?
I'm sorry, were you in 50 Shades of Grey?
You can find out later.
You know, I swear I've seen you in 50 Shades of Grey.
Tell me if you want ice or no ice.
I mean, here's the thing. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. I took the drink, it's got no ice in it, and I just spilled it everywhere. Listen.
What?
I want to have sex with you right now. Right now, right here. I know it's crazy, but I got a dead bird. I need to do something to make myself feel love again.
Meet me in the parking lot in 5 minutes.
That's not right here and right now.
The boss isn't watching.
The boss isn't watching. Lay down on the bar. This is how it works, right?
It's something like that.
Something like
I'm
this.
only 15, I don't
I'm
know.
only 15. I'm 83, I've forgotten. Get off the bar. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I don't know.
Ava Jane.
I'm scared.
Are we gonna get arrested for this?
You will.
Yes.
We just had sex on the bar. That's what just happened.
I know.
I'm gonna get arrested.
Yeah.
Don't call the police.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to... Hi, yes? Yeah, some 83-year-old just had sex with me on a bar. No, I'm 15. No, I work here. What do you mean that's not true?
No, come on. Can I talk? Thank you. No, I was drunk, so it doesn't count. I was drunk.
He was drunk. Oh yeah, that counts still? Okay, yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
that
got.
counts still?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, yeah, my parents let me work here. Oh, no. Yeah, no, I sell drinks. Sometimes, I mean, of course I'm allowed to have them.
No.
Okay, they're not coming.
I'm not. Applause for Didgeridoo!
If you want to hear more of them, subscribe to the Something Wonderful Right Away podcast. I'm going to listen to it tonight. Look at didgeridoo_knots on Instagram. So, first of all, we've had everybody here so far from Illinois. This next comedian up, he comes from a metropolitan so huge, it expands 2 states. Giant round of applause for Chris Stone from Kansas City.
Alright, how's everyone doing tonight?
Yeah.
So, I just had a birthday recently, turned 31 years old.
Yeah.
Not really an age to celebrate, it's very random. Not a milestone by any means. But one thing I like that Hannibal Buress said was, if you look at a calendar, there's always 31 days, so there's that. But yeah, seriously though, the rigor mortis is setting in quite nicely. It feels so good. Every morning I arise from my coffin. But, so who here has, filed their taxes before? Yeah. All right, good for you. So I had my first surprise birthday party recently, actually by my girlfriend. It was a great time. I showed up and was definitely quite surprised. Reason being was we actually already celebrated like 2 different times. And you know, when you're turning 31, that's a lot of celebrating for that age. So I showed up, and my friend who was showing up at the party with me, he's very punctual. Unlike me, I'm definitely a late person. So we show up, and I guess like you know, we walk up, and I can hear like you know, being pretty loud. But I know my girlfriend was there with 2 of her girlfriends, so I was like, oh damn, like they're turning up. So I was like 3 girls. So we go in there, and I'm looking around, like, oh man, there's like 20 people or so here, and only one person of everybody like saw me there. And so she's like, her name's Jessica. Not super important, but you know, for her it's important. For this story, whatever. But anyways, Jessica's like, woo, surprise! And then like I'm looking. That was a great impersonation, by the way. And like everyone's like looking all confused. I'm looking confused. So it was like a double surprise. I guess I surprised everybody. And you know, and like people were like, oh man, is Chris like, was he like pissed off? Like he was like looking all weird. Like, no, it's just my face. I can't help like what my face looks like. I was actually genuinely surprised. But people thought like I looked mad or something. So I thought that was interesting. But anyways, the party's like pretty eventful, good time. There's actually alcoholic beverages involved.
Woo! Yeah.
And I during the party, randomly, I sold someone a coffee table. So I had to go downstairs and sell my coffee table. So you know, had to you know, you gotta sling those coffee tables like regardless of the time of day. You know, great times. Also, during the party, this guy, Pat, he was going to the fridge to get a beer. So I go to back up, and I hit the stove, like the knob, and actually set some pizza boxes on fire. So I could smell it, like smoldering in the smoke, and so like I go out, I turn it off, and like I go to like walk around the party, and like apologize to everybody. It's like, hey everyone. You know, you're gonna smell a little smoke. Sorry about that. Crisis averted. It's taken care of. So I'm like making the rounds, telling everyone this. And then I go to the kitchen and tell more friends, like, hey everyone, you smell smoke. And then another friend was like, oh really? And then like they go to check out the situation, and they're like, oh nope, it's actually still on fire. So I lied to everybody inadvertently. It was actually still on fire. And yeah, so then my friend, like, she actually does the responsible thing, you know, turns off the you know, the fire hazard, moves all the pizza boxes, and then I make the rounds again. I'm like, hey everyone, sorry about that. I lied on accident. I thought it was off. It's off now though. And everyone's like laughing because like some ridiculous like, you know, sitcom type situation. But you know, I don't know if you guys heard, but you know, Chicago had a big achievement recently. #1 rat city in the entire country. We're number one! We're number one! 2 years in a row. Woo! 3 times in a row! So, but yeah, these rats are freaking huge. Eating lots of garbage, a healthy ration. The pigeons are doing the same. So pigeons are like one bird that it's just crazy. Like they just don't fly south for the winter. They're so stubborn. But actually, Chicagoans do the same thing. They also don't go south for the winter. So, you know, humans are like the pigeons of people. That's kind of interesting to think about. So I am from Kansas City. It's a little bit different than Chicago. Not as much going on like a lot of places. Actually, the first person I ever heard from Rhode Island. So congratulations! You're the only, she's the only one. And then I did see that Jim Carrey movie. Was it Me, Myself, and Irene? That was a good one. That took place in Rhode Island. Anyways, that's neither here, but it is there. Anyways, so but yeah, I grew up in Kansas City, and I hung out at my friend's barn. But it was a really nice barn. It was 2 stories tall. It was fully furnished. There was couches in the basement. On the second floor, he was like an artist, so he painted murals all the way around. And you know, we drank and whatnot because you know, you're in Kansas. What else do you know? You do. You actually drink to forget you're in Kansas. But also, speaking of rats, to go back to that, like, have you seen all those like inflatable rats around the city?
Yes.
Like, they're like, I'm pretty sure they're like just evolving like Pokemon because they're getting bigger, and I'm pretty sure I've seen like an infestation of inflatable rats. I saw one or two, and one day I saw 6 or 7 all in a row, like they're like just storming the trenches of the loop. There's a lot going on. So the last time I actually went and got an eye exam, my eye doctor told me that I have 20/15 vision, which I thought was interesting. So it's actually like, it doesn't mean I can see in the past. It actually means I can see 5 feet farther than the average mortal. So, I'm basically the worst X-Men of all time. And if that joke is offensive to you because you have like, you know, contacts and glasses like most people, don't worry. Eventually my sight will be shitty too. So, you know, I think that there needs to be like a booklet for adults because a lot of people out there that like don't read books at all. That's just my personal opinion, not a joke. So I went to a Whole Foods recently and I asked this guy, I was like, hey, you guys have Coke? And this guy's like, oh, Coca-Cola? I was like, dude, like I thought this was a classy place. No, I'm talking about free-range, organic cocaina, Colombian dank dank. I'm not talking about something with 45 grams of sugar. Get your head out of the gutter or you're fucking fired. I'm now your boss. So also, wait, has anyone seen my dad? No. Like, I haven't seen him in a long time, like years ago, it's like 26 years ago, my dad went out to get a pack of Lucky Strikes, and he never came back. And so if any of you guys know my dad, he's like about like yay high. He's like, I've only seen one photo of him. He's like this tall, yay high, about this short. He has a beard. But if any of you guys know him, please have him contact me at itsyourboy at Zanga.com.
Yeah! Keep it going for Chris Stone! You want to follow Chris Stone, you want to go to YouTube, look up Planet Garbage. There's going to be some really amazing videos being produced inside of that.
Right.
Now, give a giant round of applause. Fun because I forgot to ask them. Huge round of applause for Neutral Ground!
Wow, Haley, you're not joking. This barn is freaking tight.
Oh, yeah. No. I know. It's going to be our Airbnb just for the weekend, babe.
But you said like 2 stories with all these canvas outlets. My goodness.
Well, I wanted to splurge for our romantic weekend. 5 years is a long time.
5 years is a long time. And I just wanted to say, Haley, I love you, babe.
Oh, stop.
Everything about this barn makes me love you more. You know, there's the shit on the ground right there. There's that ladder with 7 missing rungs. There's that shaft on the roof that's about to collapse.
Aww.
Everything about this amazing situation just makes me love you so much more.
Stop. Well, honey, it's just so nice to hear that your love language is my love language.
Oh, Barnes.
Oh, Barnes. It's Barnes. It's Barnes. Honey, this weekend would not be the weekend for us if we weren't going to go and feed some goats.
Shut the freaking front door, Haley! You're telling me that for our 5-year anniversary, we are going to go feed some goats.
You've always talked about it.
I talk about it constantly. We'll be in the bed during coitus, and I'll say, go feeding. And you're like, what?
I
I'm
thought
like,
I wasn't listening.
I know I thought you
I
weren't
wasn't
listening, and
listening.
you're too surprised.
I am. I'm listening.
You're always listening.
I know. Do you have anything planned for our fun weekend?
Well, I figured we're in Wyoming, so why not go coal mining?
Oh.
You and me in a deep, dark, desolate hole. That's all I ever wanted.
Honey, that sounds like something out of my wildest dreams.
Oh, sweetheart, you've told me your wildest dreams, and
I didn't
then
think you were listening.
Oh, I was listening. They usually consist of unicorns, sure, craft beers, of course, and tax evasion, definitely. But I never knew that coal mining was one of them.
I thought it was. It just feels like, I don't know, something special is going to happen on this weekend. Something that I've always wanted.
I think I know what you're talking about. You want to feed a cow? Sing to the birds, Marilyn.
John, stop. John, I don't want to.
Sing to the
John,
birds.
stop.
Oh, that is the way I want to.
Oh, the birds.
Every morning should begin with a song to the birds.
Oh, stop. You just want to hear my voice.
I do.
Well, I mean, I cannot believe you came and visited me. We were here for 2 weeks.
Of course, 2 weeks with you is the best 2 weeks of my life.
Stop. That's so nice.
Stop, it is so nice.
Well, tell me everything that's been going on in your life.
Everything that's been going. Well, darling, it's been at least a long time since we've seen each other. Everything?
Everything. Don't hold back one single detail.
I won't. I woke up, it was June the 10th, 2017. I thought to myself, my darling isn't here anymore. And so I had a breakfast.
What did it consist
Oh, let me tell you, the avocados, they weren't too ripe, weren't too mushy. You know when you can take a spoon and just scoop? Oh, the avocados. It was just avocados. But I put the pit in it so that it didn't get too brown afterwards. You know. Enough about me.
Well, why? What?
Oh, I lived a luxurious life full of cardos and things. Tell me about yourself. You're living here now on the small little island of the road.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh, please.
I'm too bashful.
Oh, you're not bashful. You're anything but bashful.
All right.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
tell you. It's fine. I murdered somebody.
I'm sorry, darling. Did you say you
Murdered.
somebody? Okay, was it, I hate to ask this, was it planned?
To some degree. Some things went wrong, but it went well over. Well, they're dead.
In this person that you maybe murdered, I don't want to say you.
It happened. I murdered them.
You said it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this person you murdered, is it someone I know?
No, it was a stranger. I
Oh,
didn't-
stop!
Yes.
You murdered a complete Did you meet Leonard at?
No, I was just mad and I murdered them.
No! Now let's get back to the root cause of it all. What made you upset?
I was upset that,
Yes. Speak it. Say it. Speak it
I forgot my Netflix password. And I messaged my sister and she didn't get back to me in time and I went into a rage.
Delilah! You can't murder someone every time you forget your Netflix password. There's also Hulu and HBO, and now there's Disney Plus. Are you gonna go on a murdering spree if you happen to forget everyone's passwords? I say everyone because you don't own them all.
Well, I'm not going to speak for the past, present, or future, but, I might.
Delilah, it doesn't sound like this is your first murder.
How did you know?
Well, I can tell by the look in your eyes. Your eyes are all black. And your voice has dropped 6 octaves. You have this weird fire, but it's not actually a fire. I'm not being burned, but I can feel the fire from behind your head as you speak about the murder. So,
Guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged. Many people. Now the bodies.
Oh, the body.
What do you do with the? I don't mean to pry. Oh, I don't mean to pry. I don't mean to pry into your life.
No, this is what friends do.
Oh yes, oh yes.
I took some, cut them up into small little pieces, and I put them in the local river.
You say that so nonchalantly, like I ordered a run for the pie tie. That's
I
not
don't
what
know
food.
what the river is. I don't know.
It's oh,
Are you
listen.
upset? Are you upset?
I'm not
Are you
upset. I can never be upset with you. No. Ever since that you kept my little secret,
Yeah.
I'll keep all of your little secrets.
Yeah, I know. That's so nice.
You have kept my little secret, haven't you?
I have. I mean, I wouldn't even say a word.
You haven't told anybody I don't know how to use bleach?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I wouldn't even tell those people that I killed before I killed them that I was your secret.
Okay, so either way, they're not hurting anybody.
They're not
Okay. I call this one Still. Yeah.
Honey, it's beautiful.
Oh, stop it. It's not my, tell me more about it.
Well, I love how it evokes a sense of peace within me from when I was little.
Oh. Within you.
Within me.
Okay.
Honey, is there something that you want me to say about
No, I don't want to direct your eye to the lower left leg and how it's smaller than the rest. That's how I feel like the smallest version of myself around my family because I'm the leg that is smaller. No.
Okay. No, I was just about to get to that. I was about to talk about the...
You don't have to talk about the little leg. It was an artist's choice.
Yeah. Well, it's gorgeous. They're totally gonna put it up in...
They're not.
There.
You can talk and you can lie and you can spew your venom all you want. You're not gonna talk.
See, I'm not against you about, your peace. And I don't know why. Are you?
Why did you say peace like that? It's like my peace.
Your gorgeous art is
Thank you.
totally gonna change lives.
It-
What did I say?
Martha, you said everything correct.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Do you want to sit in it?
Am I allowed to?
No.
Oh,
But do you want to?
I do. I want to down.
That's all I want.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay. So don't sit in the seat. Martha, don't sit in the seat.
Martha,
Don't sit in the seat.
I'm gonna walk away for about 7 to 5 minutes. Don't sit in the seat.
I won't. So, wait.
Oh, coming, darling. No, don't worry. I'll be right there. Whoa. 7 to 5 minutes, Martha.
Maybe if you could just come back and tell me if I'm going to sit in the seat or not. Because you said you wanted me to, but I'm not allowed. So I really don't know what to do. Is it make my own?
Choose your own story. Speak your truth.
Sorry.
Martha, I've noticed you haven't sat in the seat.
Well, I was just about to.
You were.
I,
Well, I don't like that. This is a piece of art, Martha.
I'm so sorry. I just thought maybe they were alluding to the fact that it was an interactive piece of work.
Interaction, yes. I was once naive to art.
Well, I don't think that I'm being naive about it. I think that I just don't know what to do.
Have you noticed the small leg?
I did this, yeah, that one right there.
Eye point, yes.
smaller than the rest because fucking say it.
Because your penis is.
That's right! That's small thing.
Honey, surprise!
Oh.
Surprise!
Oh my god! Ow!
Ah.
I know I look mad, but I'm not mad.
Like, it's your birthday.
It is. Thank you. Oh, baby, you said too much, but it's just you here.
You're always complaining that you don't like surprise parties.
I don't, and I hate it. But,
And you didn't want to see any of your friends.
No. My friends thought I went to my party for my birthday that happens once a year.
Right, so I took it very seriously, and I thought to myself, well, why would my boyfriend want to do anything else? He's always telling me what he wants, so I did it. This year, I did it.
Right to a T. There's one sad balloon, not filled with helium, kind of on the ground. There's 3 cupcakes that say, I heart you. That is so, that's so sweet. I noticed you put up a lot of mirrors in the room.
Yeah, it makes it feel fuller.
Yeah, there's a lot more of us
Right.
than usually is.
It's fun. It's great. Here, wait.
Hold on. Surprise! No, put it up
Oh.
there.
Honey, there really isn't anything.
Surprise! We
No,
have so
there's
many
no-
closets.
I know. It's not a joke. Maybe it's not a
Surprise!
It's no, I'm being very serious. Here, I got you one gift.
Oh, it's big. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, should I shake it? Is it
Well,
fragile?
maybe.
So don't shake.
Don't shake it.
Okay, halfway, even table. I'm just gonna tear it apart.
Okay, go for it.
No, you did
like it?
not.
I know.
You did. You should vocalize it.
Corgi mix.
Corby.
Corgi mix. You don't like it. You can't even say it. Why would you do that?
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's
What?
just
You said we should get something that would both love.
on my dating profile it said that I'm elusive. But I say things I don't mean. So when I said I hate surprises, I meant I love surprises. When I said that I loved corgi mix, it meant that I'm not sure what a corgi is. When it said that I wanted to be just, monogamous.
Because you love me so much.
Yeah,
What are you trying to say?
I want to say, if you open that door right there.
Oh, what?
No, hold on. Hold on to
Okay.
the anticipation.
Yeah.
There might be a smaller surprise in there.
No way! For me on your birthday?
I'm selfless. On my birthday, there might be a small surprise in there for you.
Wow, what is it?
Hold on. Let's not jump any guns.
Okay.
Here, okay, we're liberal.
Yeah.
I don't like those things.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
How about we do this?
What?
Let's let it sit there
Okay.
for the next 4.5 months.
I don't know if I can make that one.
Until it's your birthday. I know that's where we keep the umbrellas, but what if it doesn't rain?
Well, the forecast does call for rain in a week, but
Stop looking ahead.
what?
Yeah, don't look at the forecast. Look outside the window, not your phone.
I wasn't looking at my phone.
Oh.
Honey, what's in the closet? I'm very curious.
As you should be.
I-
And you know what? I'm gonna go stand and lean
Over there.
over there while you look.
What are you not looking? Oh. Oh,
anything?
Folks, we're going to take a 10-minute intermission. Go ahead and go down to the bar, give the bartender some love. We also have a donation box. If you can throw anything you can, help keep the lights on in this place, that would be amazing. I will see you in 10 minutes. Welcome to the second half of Tuesday Night Six Pack. Oh my God, thank you very much for coming out and seeing the other half of the show. So, coming up, this Saturday is the 25th anniversary of the Atlantic. It's going to be amazing. Thank you for the one guy. We're going to have whiskey tasting, beer tasting, free appetizers. There's a band coming around. They're playing instruments, real instruments. Holy shit. Come by, 5:30. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Woo! So we've been doing this show for like about August more. I got like growing a little bit more and more. There used to be 5 chairs. Now look at all the chairs that are here.
Yeah.
We have a Facebook going on. We have a YouTube. What we don't have is a Twitter. So I go on Twitter. Like, oh yeah, Tuesday Night Six Pack, register. And Twitter's like, hey, what's your birthday? Register your band or your what have you. I'm like, okay, August 1st, 2019. Twitter's like, hey, you're a baby. Prove to us you're over 13. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a fully grown adult. I was like, yeah, but you're just born in August, so I'm kind of under 13, so give us 2 forms of identification, mail them in. Also, take a picture of your passport and your social security. It's like, gee, I am now trying to prove to a face of corporation that I am not an infant child. So, didn't go to college, but I got that going for me. So, yeah. All right, guys, let's get this show rolling, yeah? Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, giant round of applause for this next comedian, Mia D. Santos.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, just all the running and the high knees. So I actually thought I was going first. Let me explain. I run on Jewish Standard Time, so I'm 20 to 30 minutes late everywhere. So luckily Charles planned ahead. Scheduled me last. Just got here. Red in my teeth. So ready to do some jokes. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. So for my set tonight, in preparation for my very, very far distant Netflix special coming out, I decided to do 10 minutes of straight Jewish jokes. Never fear, I am Jewish. I know I confuse a lot of people. Whenever I tell people that I'm Jewish, they tend to not believe me. They think that I'm trying to be like the cool kid at the table. And like, what, of all the things to lie about, why would being Jewish be one of those things? So when I tell people I'm Jewish, they sometimes look at me like I'm a zoo animal. But not just any zoo animal. Like, I'm talking about the ones that are like laying down at the back of the exhibit, not really sure if they're taking a nap or if they're dead. They're just like, is she okay? Is she breathing? And then I'm just like, you just poked my face. Like, I'm clearly breathing, clearly okay, but no boundaries. Got it. And then people feel very uncomfortable comfortable that I'm not the, quote, stereotypical Jewish person. My last name does not end in Steen or Berg. Blonde hair and blue eyes. People are like, oh, I guess 2 + 2 equals fish now. And then people try to like make a joke out of the fact that I exist as a person. And it's one of 2 things. It's either, oh yeah, my cousin's roommate was Jewish. My sister's husband is Jewish. And then they find the need to like list off all the people that they know are Jewish. And I'm just like, that's cool. I don't know them. We don't all belong in the same group together. But good for you. That's really cool. And then they also try to like make subtle jokes. And they tell me that like, oh my God, Hitler would have loved you.
Oh.
Talk about backhanded compliments, right? First of all, I'm a fucking delight. So. Woo! Yeah, see? I didn't even pay him to do that, guys. That's how true that is. And then, I don't even know, like, how this even happened. But, like, I was in bed with a guy. We had just finished Sexy Fun Time. And we started talking about me being Jewish because that's the natural thing. And he just looks at me and he goes, oh, and he brushes my hair out of my face and he goes, you're the one that got away.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah, it's really fun being me. I also to join a lot of churches, to the point where like I have to just like briskly walk because when I say no thank you, that apparently is not an adequate response. So I decided to test the limits to see how many churches I could not join. And so I wore a Star of David. I found my tallest for my bat mitzvah, and I'm walking down the street like a normal Jewish person. And they're like, oh, do you want to join our church? And I'm like, no, thank you, I'm okay. And then they're like, oh, you don't have to be Christian to join. I don't know a lot of things. What I do know about going to church is that believing in Jesus is like kind of the point, right? Am I right? Like more or less, 60-40. So I'm a comedian, obviously, and this was actually like not like the first job that I decided to go into. I couldn't be an accountant because fuck math. I have no interest in owning a business, so management is out. Tried being a lawyer, took the LSAT, that ended that. And so the other profession that could fit into the Judaism slot was being a comic. And my parents were like, okay, like, we're not super thrilled about it, but we'll accept it. We'll take it. Let's see. How many of you feel like you're the diversity hire in your friend group? Yeah. No? Just me? That's cool. So I love being the only Jewish person in a group of people. Just because, like, the weird situations I have found myself in is unrealistic. I was at a barbecue, and I took, like, a chicken sausage thing out, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so hungry, I can't wait to eat this. And my friend, I'm about to eat it, and my friend, out of nowhere, just goes, "No!" and slaps the chicken sausage out of my hand. And I was just like, "No." And I'm like, "What? Like, why would you do that?" And he goes, "Well, you keep kosher, right?" And I go, "No!" Everything is fine. But I appreciate you looking out. And then I spent my first 2 years of college in this really small college, Monmouth College. The town was the size of a postage stamp, like super, super tiny. And I didn't know this at the time, but the Jewish population at this school was 2 people, me and another girl. That was it. Coming from Buffalo Grove, which is a pretty regular Jewish populated city, I'm used to being Jewish. So it was just before winter break, and my mom sent me a care package. And it was like, "Oh yeah, I sent you some Hanukkah decorations." I'm just like, "Oh shit!" I got a happy Hanukkah banner. I got a menorah. I got dreidels, gelt, all of it. I went to fucking town. I'm like, "Yeah, let's get some Hanukkah up in this bitch." And so after I'm done decorating, I'm like in my dorm room doing whatever the fuck, studying. And I hear these girls walking in to the common area. And all I hear is someone Jewish on this floor? I'm just like, "Oh no." This could go one of 2 ways. Hopefully the good way. So I just like peek my head out of my dorm room. I'm just like, "Hey. How's it going?" And then they swarmed to me. So like, "You're the first Jewish person we've ever met. Tell us everything about Judaism." And I'm just like, I don't even know about Judaism. Like, I was raised Reform, which is like the low tier of Judaism. Basically, like slap a Star of David on it, done. And so they're like, "Oh," they're asking all these questions, and I'm just like, "I have a quest for you, okay? Only the top tier Jewish scholars know of this research, okay?" And they're like, "Okay." I'm like, "You ready?" Google it. It'll tell you everything you need to know about Judaism. You're welcome. And how many of your families host a holiday? Woo! Yeah. So, in my household, my parents host Passover, which is one of the most ridiculous, complicated holidays that we have. So, in my household, not every household, we keep kosher for Passover. I don't know if you've ever thought about what your definition of purgatory would be, but mine is keeping kosher for Passover. Imagine all of your favorite foods, but the half-assed version, so it's almost as good. That's what I'm dealing with here. Almost excitement, and then just suffering. It wouldn't be Judaism without suffering. So, thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Viva DeSantis! Oh my God. I legitimately found out what Judaism was via the Rugrats. That's legitimately, that's not a bit, that's actually fucking true. I even found out what Canada was I don't know, like when I was like 12, I was like, what's this? It's like, it's Canada. No, I'm serious. Like, hey,
What's
that's,
this?
and it's just like, and I went to Canada and I was the same thing. It's like, oh, like, all right, I guess, what is this? Anyways, let's get this two-prov going strong. Ladies and gentlemen, to end the show, huge round of applause for Donovan and Donovan.
What's poppin', guys? We're Donovan and Donovan. We have a whole bigger bit, but we only got a limited amount of time.
Let's get in it. We think we took our suggestion
hold on.
as that whole bit.
I took my entire suggestion.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
Hello. How's it going?
Smells Irish Catholic in here.
Oh, yes. My father was a leprechaun, and my mother was a goat. I was breastfed on Guinness and Jameson.
Irish.
My wife left me for a potato.
I'm here to let you know
Huh?
I am that potato.
Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
She didn't tell you about the good old country.
No wonder she left me. You look so delicious. Oh.
Delicious for a potato is the derogatory term. I don't just walk in here and say, hey, corned beef hash, give me a drink.
Are you here to pick up her CDs or not?
I'm
She's
here.
got the Cranberries, she's got Bono, she's got a third Irish musician.
Don't you dare bring a Bonner to me, goddamn Bonner. Once they gave all this money to Africa.
I'm actually converted Roman Catholic, left the church. Now in the Church of Bonatology. But if you're here to pick up the CDs, I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna pour me another glass.
I'm here to make amends to being a terrible father potato.
You have been a horrible father to my children. A responsibility I left you with when I went out to get drunk and fuck sheep. I like your beard. It reminds me of a lover I took in Galway.
Did you just indirectly say you made love to my beard?
No, I made love to a goat that had a beard much similar to yours.
Okay, just making sure.
It reminds me of the goat.
That's the part that irritates me, making fun of my fucking
I'm not
beard.
making fun of your beard. I'm saying the beard was attractive on this goat, and I find it a likable trait in yourself.
I find it an addiction that you can't talk to me without putting your beard down.
It's because I'm confused. I've been confused for so long.
What are you confused about?
The meaning behind James Joyce's works.
Right? We all are. That's nothing to be, that's like saying, oh, the potato famine. I think about it all the time.
Well, I do. It was a rough time.
You don't know rough. You think you know rough? Imagine the lowest tier of food being uprooted from the ground. People want to eat you. That's it. All I want to do is find love, make a family, maybe have a house with a white picket fence and cover it with gravy after I mash it down. But here you are, talking about how tough you have it. You kids don't know. I got spuds that come up with better bullshit than you.
My drink
It's back in your hand, you addict.
is all I've had for these past 3 weeks. My life has fallen apart very recently. This has all gone down very recently. It's not that
That
long.
quick?
I would say. It's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks, that's terrible.
Yeah, I was with the goat the first 6 months. Yeah. But then all things come to an end, like my wife
And
and the goat.
leaving or murder? Did you murder your wife? I need to know that before the conversation continues.
Well, not the wife you're thinking of.
Good call.
The wife, I did marry the goat. Because I'm a Catholic.
Yeah.
I was a Catholic 5 months ago. This is before bonatology.
Yeah. You must have all your kids and goats are fuckable. I got it, yeah.
Are you going to take the CDs? What is your motive? Are you trying to get me to sober up? Are you trying to get me to stop laying in so heavily on the stereotypes?
A fucking goat? Yes. I'm here to turn you to something much more pleasurable. than goats.
You're talking cows?
I'm talking.
You don't have to be talking cows. I always just had that idea in my head.
Are you thinking of moving on to cows after you're done fucking goats?
Well, I was kind of thinking they're a little bit higher up, and I could get the stool. I already got the stool for the milk, and why not, you know?
Use it to fucking die.
I've been really lonely.
You've been also drunk.
Ah.
But I want to tell you that there's something more out there for you. Something that a potato like myself finally took the time and discovered.
Pot of gold over a rainbow.
Look, you racist, not just that. I'm talking Jews.
Oh my God! Boom, 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 boom! You're DJ!
This motherfucker's turning 13. Let me hear it for the 13-year-old. We got trailers for all you motherfuckers. Get a trailer, bitch. Get a trailer. Get that fucking trailer. You want to spin that shit on your head? Take this door thing, baby. Yeah.
I'm gonna drop some Drake, and we're gonna be right back with your DJs Donovan and Donovan. Hold up real quick. Alright, let me just give you one comment while we listen to
Yeah,
the
for sure.
The parents specifically said watch out on the excessive swearing.
What?
Yes, that was part of our contract. In
These
fact,
motherfuckers are 13. They're adults, according to them.
But absolutely, and you know how we talk to our children, but this isn't the time. Some of them haven't had their bar mitzvahs yet, or bar mitzvahs.
Oh shit, you're right. There's some 12-year-olds out here.
Okay, so I think the song's coming to an end. I say we give it one more try. We give them that Donovan classic DJ rundown. You know, the kind of shit that got us AM radio.
AM 1680, baby, find me.
East New Jersey, blah, blah. We have a limited Jewish population.
Two. Alright, so you know what?
Alright, I'm gonna give it, I think we just give it one more time. We'll do the classic 1-2 punch. We don't even know. We got it.
We're coming in. We're breaking bomb. Don't give me the hand slap. Okay, cool. All right.
Yo, that was Dre!
Drizzy Dre! 6'1". Here we go again, y'all. What's up? Yeah, they turning 13 in this house. Yeah! 13 in here. So we're passing out shots to everybody. Who's 13 years old? Everybody get a shot. Get a shot. Get a shot. You want a shot? Get this shot. Open your mouth. Yeah. Get a shot. Yeah. You know what? You get a shot. And another shot. And another shot. Shot. Everybody get a shot. Get on this shot. Good. Woo! We're all going to do coke after the party. All these adults.
Alright, children, listen to this LMFAO and give me 1 second. Shot. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That 13-year-old over there can't even look right.
I want you to understand, I have 3 alimonies to pay. I did not give them to the lawyers, I got goys. Oh, boy!
Oh, boys, they suck at lawyers.
I know, and accounting, they're not very good.
Yeah, but they smell nice. But you know what? How we doing though? This party right now, you know how much they dropped on a bar mitzvah? I heard how much this 13-year-old is just getting in bar mitzvah money.
I know, and if we're gonna take our fair cut as DJs, making $60 each for 4 hours of labor,
y'all pay the DJs.
then we have to stick to the script. That means only playing hip hop that involves Drake, Macklemore, or G-Eazy.
Yeah.
That also involves not distributing alcohol to the minors.
They're 13. I even picked up a Torah before I got here. You're 13, you're an adult. They might as well be paying mortgage.
Well, close the Torah and pick up the Talmud, another book of the Torah, deep cut reference for my real Jews in the audience. And they debate philosophical conundrums, much like the one we find ourselves in presently.
Damn, all right, this is, you know what?
Hold up, let me put on some Eminem.
Bump that. I say I can get on and hear with that real hip-hop Judaism.
Are you talking Asher Roth? I got Asher Roth too.
Oh no, I'm talking, I read from this Torah and rap it.
Oh, we are definitely doing that. Alright kids, no more fucking music!
I thought we weren't cussing.
I mess up too well.
You're right, you know what, I forgive. Yo, Moses forgave. Oh, y'all ready for some beats? Y'all ready? Y'all ready to hear from God from the mountain? DJ, spin that!
Days go by and I wonder why.
Salam, little house, fucking wave symbol. No, my bad. Kala, kala, kala. I got a scepter. Kala, kala, kala. Follow me, yo. Kala, kala, kala. Yeah. Get on my level.
Alright, I'm sorry, okay? I understand why you don't want to pay us, but the fact is $100 is very much, $120 is very reasonable.
At least 2 hours of that 6-hour bar mitzvah was up the bomb, and it was all the times we were not making terrible things happen.
And let's not forget how much children's throw up we had to sweep up.
Because
they were vomiting everywhere. We didn't know they would be such lightweights.
Yeah, like you said, oh, my kid is becoming a man, or my daughter's becoming a woman. I hear that, I hear 21, I hear alcohol. So I threw shit at them.
Point being, my child really wants to go to Six Flags, and I can only take them to Indiana Beach. But that's only if you give me this money that we've barely agreed upon.
Please, like, I cannot give my child anything else that would make them happier but a trip to Six Flags. And,
somehow you make more money than me. And you won't ever give me your bit currency.
Can you stop?
I'm sorry,
We're going to do this now. We're supposed to be defending our child to go to Six Flags. But now you want to make this a thing? You know what? Fuck that. Give us a second, Rabbi. We got this.
Okay, when we
let's talk about it.
when we got divorced and decided to continue on as partner DJs and raise our son jointly but separately.
I thought it was a great idea, and it's working fine.
Yes, your lawyers were much better than mine. But anyway, I'm very annoyed when you slightly went up me and say, oh, I get to take my kid to Six Flags. I don't have to go to Indiana to give him an
Oh my goodness. First off.
Please don't listen.
Stop. Come on. Pretend like it's a confession, right? Just turn around.
Okay.
First off, I mess up and I say, my kid.
Is this about the potato? I'm so sick of him coming in here and just, oh, one-upping me. Oh, I have grow facial hair. Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me talk in the tone that you like. You want to fuck me now? Oh, since you want to eavesdrop. Yes, he loves to tap goats. Clapping bad cheeks. Son. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were putting out all of our business because you want to bring up my potato past.
Listen, what I do in the privacy of my own bedroom does not determine how much my income
You see how it's his bedroom, my bedroom,
First of all,
we both used to sleep in there.
Okay, yes.
We both used to cuddle and listen to Lenny Kravitz as we just dozed off into dreamland. Where was that? Where? Did it fly away?
Things got complicated when we took that trip, okay? And we went to the petting zoo, okay? And you had been so cold and frigid for all those years, okay? And maybe I didn't read the signals that you claim to have been signaling so much, but
I was signaling so hard, I was wearing a giant chain that said, these are the issues in our relationship, please listen. I tried a lot to prove. I was proving so hard that we needed to talk.
You know how I find jewelry so ornate and excessive when we literally...
I got everything I wanted in this relationship tattooed on my back to make sure you knew what I needed.
I know, and I haven't learned Japanese yet to understand what it means. But what
The tattoo artist swore to God it was everything I told him to say.
Well, it probably had something to do with not fucking goats.
I would hope, I kind of want to look up goat now, like, just to make sure. Because I definitely gave them the whole story about our troubles. And yes, I tell everyone about my troubles with you.
The troubles? You mean the conflict in Northern Ireland?
Potato famine. Here we go again.
Oh,
We have bigger things.
I
Like a child.
I know.
A child.
I know. And he wants to ride Raging Bull so bad, and all I can give him is the Hoosier Hurricane. Roller coaster references.
Yes. Six Flags. Fuck.
I love Billy. I do.
I love him too.
I know I called him an it for the first 6 years of his life, but
And you sometimes do now.
well, that's when I drink too much. And I know I missed all of his baseball games, and he went to the Little League World Series.
He plays hockey.
And I'm not allowed to go to Florida or Canada or wherever his sport exists.
Both places technically. We have hockey in Florida.
You know what I've done. You've known what I've done at those racetracks in Daytona and Talladega when we were younger.
Oh, do I?
In the pit. Who was our little boy? Tell me our little boy again. You know him.
I do. Little boy Denny.
Oh, Denny. Remember we got his hat signed? Signed your hat, right?
He came.
That was before we had the children.
That was before. That was
That was a good time.
when we could be out experimenting with different sports and where to have intercourse in them.
I know. And remember what you said? Oh, look at this little farm down the road. Look at the little farm. I said, oh, corn, little animals. Let's go in the barn and have a roll in the hay. Roll in the hay, roll in the hay. Remember how we love notebooks?
And how there was never a history of the world part 2, it only stuck with 1.
Oh. And I told you that was the intentional point of them having that trailer at the end. Was that there wasn't going to be a part 2, and that was the whole joke.
I find that very misleading.
Remember how you used to love when I'd explain jokes to you? We had that rolled in the hay, and you said, this is the hottest night of your life.
Then you slapped me on the butt real hard.
Yes. And do you remember who was watching in that barn?
Baba the black sheep.
Yes. I want to reinforce that me, this person, your ex-lover, has fucked goats many, many times.
Oh my God! Keep it going! Donovan! Ladies and gentlemen, you have an amazing crowd. Please come back Saturday for the anniversary show. And next Tuesday, when we have the Tuesday Night Six Pack season finale, it's going to be absolutely incredible. Thank you very much. You've been awesome. Chris, hit the lights.